Alright guys, what's up? So basically I'm gonna be reacting to this video called the Gooby Files. So if you don't know who Gooby is, he is a person who made all these accusations about Napkin Nate, uh, of him being a abuser and just some other horrible stuff. And when the community heard about this, they took it as a fact and everybody started making videos. I made my own videos, I'll be honest, I'll admit to that. And honestly, I do regret making the video because, I didn't even know if it was 100% certain. I just made it just to report on the situation, but it was probably a lie from Gooby. People are saying that Gooby lied about everything, but yeah, we're gonna be reacting to this video. It's made by the Dark Creeper, so check him out. I'll leave a link down in the description. So yeah, I apologize to Napkin Nate for my video. I took it down, and I also want to say that the video of this or the quality of this video might not be good if you're watching it. So yeah, sorry if the quality on the video is bad. I try to fix it, but it's just not working. So yeah, let me play it.
Now, before we get started with this video, I just want to give a couple disclaimers real quick. First off, I kindly ask all of you to not send hate to anyone that will be mentioned throughout this video, and that this video will also include some very serious topics such as pedophilia, grooming, doxing, and other stuff related to that. Now, the Gooby Files document link is in the
So yeah, if you're sensitive to that type of stuff, I recommend clicking off. But if you're already here and you're ready to watch, then let's get into it.
description below and in the pinned comment if you want to view it for yourself. And if there's any information that I've gotten wrong in this video or the document, then let me know down in the comments below. But the chances of any of the information being fake is extremely unlikely, because other people have talked about the situation, and multiple YouTubers have confirmed that.
Why is the quality of this so bad? I try to change it, but it's just not working. I don't know. I don't know why. All right, sorry, but we're gonna have to deal with this.
All this information on Gooby is true. But anyways, with all that out of the way, let's get right into the Gooby Files.
uh, Brought to my attention some drama that I had no idea was going on with people in our server and another server, where somehow the topic of doxing specific members of our server came up and people were asking by name for specific people to get doxed. I'm sorry, that's completely out of control. Once that shit devolves into that, it has to end.
Gooby got sent nudes by a 16-year-old while he is a adult.
Gooby and his gang was about to raid the.
I don't know how old Gooby is, but what is the age gap here? Like some people, wait, isn't 18 considered adult already? I don't know, man, but that sounds very bad as well.
Do all kinds of very not very good stuff to the Smart Buster server and so on and so forth. Stuff that you are not really surprised by Gooby that he would do.
I feel like he's just not in the right mind, because Nate told me that there were spy cameras, this, that, Gooby was spying on him, this, that, but it was false. At least I think.
I never really understood the spy camera thing. So Gooby thought that NapkinNate was actually spying on him, which I don't get because as of based on what I know, I don't think they actually ever met up in real life. I think they are just like recording friends.
The doxing screenshot that you saw is literally taken out of context and was a troll of a completely different person.
Yo, I just gotta say that the editing on this video is actually really good.
Gooby is a YouTuber with around 17,000 subscribers, who is very well known for making videos with someone known as Napkin Nate, who is another YouTuber who posts Roblox jailbreak videos that stopped uploading around 2 years ago, and basically has disappeared from the internet ever since. Now, these two creators would make videos with each other a lot, whenever they were posting at least, but that was until around late April of 2020 whenever they would split up. Multiple people have made videos about this situation, including someone known as iBreaky. Now, nobody knows the exact reason why they split up, but this drama goes a little bit more deep than just YouTube videos. Now, another Roblox content creator known as Nitso reportedly made a video about Napkin Nate and how he was arrested. The video was uploaded on September 6th, and a lot of people have believed that he was arrested, which may or may not be true, because sure, it did show a police document, but pretty much the whole thing was censored, so there's no way to really tell if he was actually arrested.
So wait, people actually I don't think I saw this whole thing, but did people really believe it if the whole thing was censored? I mean, that might sound a little hypocritical on my part because I believed it, but I didn't believe it because of this. I believed it because of the messages that were shown on screen. But um, yeah, I mean, this whole thing is pretty much censored. You know, this could be anybody's document right here.
Or not. Plus, a former friend of Napkin Nate has said that the claim of him being arrested was false, basically, in this image right here. And if you don't know, Napkin Nate was allegedly arrested for domestic violence, and that was apparently the reason why he stopped uploading, which would make sense. But some people have said that Napkin Nate didn't even have a girlfriend slash wife in the first place. But maybe that was just a joke, but like I said, there's no actual way to tell if he was arrested or not. But the person who told Nitso about this was Gooby, who this video is mainly about. Now, Gooby has stated in this video that Napkin Nate has made some false allegations against him and stuff like that, and how Napkin Nate would pay Gooby a very little amount of money for the time he was spending with Napkin Nate and making videos, which allegedly was around 10 hours a day, according to Gooby. Now, some of the claims that Napkin Nate is made about Gooby are kind of ridiculous, like having a spy camera in Nate's room, which clearly doesn't
Yeah, I agree. Like, that just doesn't make sense at all. Like, that was just complete BS, honestly.
make sense because you don't know each other in real life. But from what I was seeing, Gooby has tried to make himself the victim in this situation, and Gooby stated publicly that Nate stalked and abused him, when Gooby has done worse stuff than anything that Napkin Nate or anyone else has really done. And that's mainly what I'm going to be talking about in this video. This situation has just been insane, and it's about time someone goes into full detail about what happened. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into the first section. Alright, so the first thing we're going to get into real quick is doxing. So I just want you to keep in mind throughout all these screenshots, the person who is nicknamed God is Gooby. Just wanted to clarify that if there was any confusion. Now, in Gooby's server, he and his friends have claimed to dox people before and have threatened to dox other people in the server. You have this screenshot right here with someone that Gooby is associated with admitting that they have doxed someone before, and also leaking their name at the same time. You also have another screenshot where Gooby is claiming that they can dox and stuff like that, and as you can see, there's a member here that is pretty much questioning this whole thing. I mean, I don't really blame him. And then you have other screenshots like these, which are very questionable at the least. And it doesn't end there, because another YouTuber known as SmartBusters made a video claiming that their Discord server was being harassed by none other than Gooby and his gang.
The main thing that put me over the edge in realizing that Discord wasn't going to work was a couple of people brought to my attention some drama that I had no idea was going on with people in our server and another server, where somehow the topic of doxing specific members of our server came up and people were asking by name for specific people to get doxed. I'm sorry, that's completely out of control. Once that shit devolves into that, it has to end. And I get the sense that that wasn't just a rare occurrence. That's what goes on these servers.
Yeah, a lot of Discord servers do get toxic if they're. A lot of servers do get toxic quite often, and it's really unhealthy. and people should stop doxing each other. It's just a very terrible thing. I don't support it at all. First of all, I don't support doxing in any situation, really. And yeah, if Gooby did do this, it is very wrong. And I think he did do this actually. So yeah, Gooby's in the wrong for that, and his friends are also in the wrong for that.
And according to one of SmartBuster's moderators, Gooby's server has doxers who dox minors simply for voicing opinions on small topics such as anime and K-pop. Gooby claims these were true, but they were only trolling. And according to SmartBusters himself,
People got doxxed for having opinions on this stuff, man. Really? Like it's why are people doxing each other for doing for their opinions on this stuff? Like there are bigger problems, and people are doxing each other for this. Are you serious? I mean, I don't support doxing in any context, really, but for something as little as this, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
claims these were true, but they were only trolling. And according to SmartBusters himself, he stated that people in his server were being doxxed by Gooby and his gang. So that should be quite enough to know Gooby, or at least the people he associates with, and especially the people in his server, are known doxers, especially since it's coming from other people, and that there's little proof of this. And yeah, it essentially just gets worse from here. Now, before we get into the most damning part of this whole video and document, I'm gonna let the instructor talk about his experience with Gooby and basically voice his opinions about this and stuff. I recommend checking out his channel and his videos on Gooby exposing him. I'll link his channel down below in the description. But anyways, here's the instructor.
Alright, thank you to the Dark Creeper for letting me be on this video. And everything you'll be hearing throughout this video, or have been hearing so far, is accurate. It's all accurate about Gooby. But I'm here to give you my point of view about Gooby, because I've known this guy for quite a while now. There's a reason why I've been exposing throughout my videos. I highly recommend you watch all my content about Gooby, like my locales on the internet on him, and every other video I have done on him. Like, check out my playlist on Gooby. It's really important
You know, we might have to check that out eventually. We're gonna have to check that out eventually here. That's 12 videos on Gooby? Like, how bad is this guy?
do. But enough about this. My history through Gooby really starts right around when the SmartBusters do their Discord server. So when the SmartBusters did their Discord server, I joined because, you know, I like the SmartBusters and stuff. And, you know, as the fast forward through some time, eventually some time went through, and let's just say I was informed that Gooby and his gang was about to raid the, you know, do all kinds of like very not very good stuff to the SmartBusters server and so on and so forth. You know, stuff that you are not really surprised by Gooby that he would do. I had to inform Lefty about this, and that was the reason why their server closed down, because of him. Gooby, he's just generally an awful person. If you especially look at my locales on the internet, let's just say he blocked me on Twitter, so what I've been saying about him has a lot of merit and truth to it, because you wouldn't block someone if you're throwing around huge accusations, you know, around him. You know, so really, where there's smoke, there's fire. Generally, like, Gooby is a terrible person, and I hope all you enjoyed the, you know, this whole video that the Dark Creeper has made, and subscribe to the Dark Creeper. But yeah, thank you for letting me have there. So this is all I had to say. So back to the video.
Now, the stuff I'm about to get into is probably the most deplorable stuff that I've ever talked about on this channel. And if you're sensitive to grooming, pedophilia, and topics of CP, then I suggest clicking off now, because that's what's about to be discussed. So, Gooby has done very inappropriate things with a minor through Discord DMs.
Alright, he's 22 years old, and in the beginning of the video, the girl is 16 years old. So that's, I mean, age gaps are kind of bad if it's like, alright, hold up. So, when you're very much older, the age gap doesn't, okay, hold on. Let me rephrase that in a good way. So let's say that you're like 68 and you uh and you date a person who's like 79, you know. I feel like that doesn't matter anymore because, both people have already gotten old, they're already very mature, their minds are fully developed, you know what I'm saying? But if it's like a kid minor and this 22-year-old guy, you know, the kid's mind is not fully developed yet. So I feel like it's just bad in this situation. It really is bad in this situation. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out, because I don't know, I just wanted to point that out.
which includes the minor who is a 16-year-old sending Gooey an explicit photo of herself. And he's also even admitted to this in a public server. And by the way, there are two known victims to Gooey.
Hold up, let me go back on that.
And by the way, there are two known victims to Gooby. The first one who I just talked about, known as Phoebes, and the second one who would be unnamed throughout this video. I will not give the name or screenshots about them with Gooby because they prefer to stay private. And also, another friend of Gooby, who also used to be associated with Napkin Nate, got Phoebe to send an explicit image of herself, and he sent that in the public server, which I believe was Gooby's server, which is literal CP, and it's being sent in a public server. And to my knowledge, the server hasn't been deleted yet, and I'm pretty sure the link has been changed so no one else can join it. And I bet that's because they just wanted to cover themselves up for what they've done in the server. I would also like to mention that Gooby has sent nudes to a minor as well over Snapchat. Obviously the image is censored. And he's also said stuff about sending people news and very questionable stuff just like that. And it's also been said that more CB has been sent in the server, and other people have claimed that Gooby has done nothing about it whatsoever. The fact that all of this is going on and it's literally in plain sight.
Okay, that's definitely Gooby's fault. If he saw that happened, if he saw that occur and he didn't do anything about it, that is really bad because you can get in much trouble for not reporting stuff if you see it happen, you know what I'm saying? Like if you see if you're a witness to a murder, it's very important to report to the police about it because if you don't report to the police about it and they find out that um you're hiding that, then maybe you could get in trouble for that. I'm just saying. But if you don't report on it, if you witness it and it's a bad situation, then you can also get in trouble for not reporting on it. So, you always gotta you know keep in mind that if you're if something bad's going on, then just make sure that if it's very severe, then it has to be reported on. It has to.
And yet people are still on his side is quite ridiculous. And it gets even worse because some of his community even encourages this behavior, including one of his moderators. And I bet there's a lot more screenshots floating out there that I just don't know about yet. That includes behavior just like this. It is no question that Gooby is a pedophile, doxer, and other stuff I explained throughout this video. This seriously can't go unnoticed. Gooby has tried placing himself as the victim in the Napkin Nate and Nito drama, and even publicly stated on his bio for his YouTube channel and his Twitter account that people Photoshop his messages and take things he says out of context, like as if receiving explicit images from a minor is out of context. I'm pretty sure
It's hard to really talk about the situation when a lot of the proof in these videos with Napkin Nate and Gooby is a lot of it is Discord messages, and Discord messages can be really it can be really easy to fake a Discord message. I can say that I got a message from Creekcraft on Discord even though I didn't, and it'd be really easy to fake that. It doesn't take that much work to fake a Discord message. So that's why it's hard to really believe the videos that were given out here. but I still fell for it somehow in the Napkin Nate video, which I apologize for. But yeah, I wish that there was more of there was like more pictures. I know it's hard to find evidence of this type of stuff, but Discord messages is kind of a unreliable type of thing, and it's hard to prove like if it's actually real. But usually they could be real, usually they couldn't. It's kind of like a hit or miss type of thing.
He's just trying to cover himself up, and also following up with a statement by privating his Twitter account as well. And also by blocking Gooby on Twitter. This basically just proves everything. If Gooby attempts to strike this video or document down, then like I've just said, that basically proves everything that I'm saying is true, and that Gooby is a literal pedophile. Now, that's all I'm going to be talking about for this video. I suggest sharing this with your friends and spreading awareness about the situation, because Gooby has a pretty big platform, especially for the type of person he is, and this needs to be spread throughout the Roblox community. Now, about Napkin Nate, the exact reason of him being inactive from YouTube, I really don't know. Honestly, don't think anyone knows. It's genuinely hard to tell. There's all these rumors floating around about him being arrested and stuff like that, which has yet to be proven, and just all this other stuff. Now, please don't attack anyone that has been mentioned throughout this video. And if you want to read the document for yourself, the link is in the pinned comment and in the description. And anyways, that's gonna be it.
Okay, so yeah, that's the end of the video. I do think that Gooby did wrong things here. Um, but once again, I mean, it really is hard to believe all of it. I'm not trying to say that I'm in support of Gooby. I'm just trying to say that, it's hard to really like form an opinion when a lot of it is just Discord messages. But, if that's the only proof that there is, then I guess that is how it is. But yeah, that's all I have to really say about the situation. I'll link the original video down in the description if you want to check it out. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for new, and goodbye.